Hello, and this is Big Bang Bot. So MikeyBird just recently uploaded his first reaction video on one of my videos in a while, and that is his reaction on my Super Smash Bros. Melee review. Yeah. So I made my Super Smash Bros. Melee review after a total of 7.5 months without making a single review. 7.5. That's a lot. That's right, I spent 7.5 months without making a review, and then I returned. And this is what I like to call the end of Season 2 of my reviews. I don't know whether to put Disney Golf in Season 3 or Season 2, because that review was just meh. But, anyway, I want to explain that Season 1 was basically my unedited review, so basically my Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2 review to my Ghosts and Goblins review. It's in all of those reviews that are awful and are perfect examples on how not to make a review. Season 2 was Crash Bandicoot 1 till, like, this review, or Disney Golf, as in it still sucked, but it was better. And now there's Season 3, my modern season, my modern way of reviewing, which started at Wii Sports, and it's gone all the way to now. And by the way, I am going to make a new review soon, I promise. Anyway, let's just watch the video.
Everybody, this is Stan from Cal.
I'm just going to turn it up for you. There we go.
I'm Cartman.
Hello, Cartman, even though it still sounds like you said Batman.
So, it's been a long time, Big Bad Bot. So...
Yes, it has been a long time since you haven't commented on them in my videos recently, and you haven't made any reaction videos recently, and you haven't been liking any of my more recent videos. So yeah, it has been a long time. Oh, and why haven't you liked my re-upload of the Yarino Mama Dare thing? You like the original one, so why don't you like the re-uploaded one? I re-uploaded it because I wanted to upload it the day of Frozen's Japanese release. But I did it early, so I just re-uploaded it on its release date. So anyway, let's just carry on watching, and I will be getting Frozen on DVD as soon as possible.
We're done the Crash Bandicoot trilogy. Well, the fourth one next week.
And you did not do Wrath of Cortex and Crash Team Racing like you said.
Reaction video posting on last week of March.
Now, I have an entire list of requests for more reaction videos I want you to make. I want you to do it on my first 3 reviews, both of my Rain Man reviews. And that's like it. Yeah. And maybe my latest review and my next review. Yeah, do it on my next review. Please do it on my next review. Please. And don't forget to do Crash Bandicoot, Wrath of Cortex and Crash Team Racing.
We'll do something pretty brilliant. If we had for the release of Smash Bros. 4 or Smash Bros. Forever, the title...
It's going to be called Super Smash Bros. For Wii U or Super Smash Bros. For 3DS, depending on which version. Plus, you're celebrating it a bit early because we don't even know when it's coming out.
The idea has supposed to be released sometime at least in the winter or the fall or the summer. So we had to wait until like...
You could have just said we have to wait sometime in 2014 because that's all we know. 2014.
1 year or several months. Months and months later to play the game for the Wii U and 3DS. Yeah, so this is Super Smash Bros. Melee or Great Smash Bros. Melee Deluxe. Great Smash Bros. Melee Deluxe.
Wow, I didn't think he was going to say that, but hey, the Japanese version is called Dairanto Smash Bros. DX, or according to Wikipedia, Great Melee Smash Bros. Deluxe, like he was saying, but he was saying Great Smash Bros. Melee Deluxe. So, whatever.
Don't know what isn't a Japan name. Well, okay. Here's my one question: why are you buying Japanese games on eBay? Because they're too rare for you. How you're so greedy? You got the PlayStation, and PlayStation console always has region free rather than region lock in several consoles. Now, some good news, Big Mamba. Mario Kart 8 yet to release on.
I'm buying Japanese games because I want to buy Japanese games. What's wrong with just buying Japanese games? Japan is the only interesting region when it comes to gaming. Korea is like boring, but Japan's interesting because a lot of the time the artwork for the front cover is different, and if it's made in like America or Japan, they could be different. And if it's an RPG, the original version will be different to the American translation. So yeah, I'm not buying any RPGs because I have no idea how to read kanji, but I do buy Japanese games. I mean, I've got Crash Bandicoot 3 right here, Spyro 1, and Spyro Xbox Tonde Motors, and Crash Bandicoot Advance 2 Guru Summon Dai Panic. And I've downloaded a bunch on the Wii and PS3, which were like PS1 games and other old Nintendo stuff. Anyway, let's just carry on.
March on May.
Oh, and I can't forget Nights into Dreams and X-Men vs. Street Fighter on the Saturn, Japanese versions.
30th, same day as Melissa Fit in US, and Kirby Triple Deluxe on May 16th.
Oh, I didn't know that had a confirmed release date for America. But it's nice to know that it does have one.
Yeah, May 16th. Whatever, guys. May 16th. So sit back. If you want to get some zombies or bacons or piggy bacon and whatever you are. Okay, here's one last question. Have you seen the movie Frozen, or are you sure you will get the film?
I've watched Frozen. I was talking about that on like, was it like, I don't remember what part of Ralph Cortex I was talking about it on, but I was talking about it and saying that it was great. I am gonna buy it on DVD. I am gonna buy it on DVD. I so want to watch Frozen again. I want to watch Frozen again. It was so great. It was one of the best movies I've ever seen. It was like the best movie last year. It was amazing. Okay, I'll calm down. But seriously, watch Frozen, it's fantastic. In fact, it's coming out on DVD before I expected. I thought it was going to come out on DVD, like, in November or December, to be honest. But it's coming out March 31st in the UK, so go buy it right now, or else I'll kill you! Okay, let's carry on. Well, go pre-order it, I meant, or buy it, depending on when you're watching it. This.
April or March in the UK. Well, because the film actually did release on March on USA and possible April release date in UK.
I've looked on Amazon and it says it's coming out in the UK on March 31st, 2014. French version coming out Avril 4, 2000. I forgot what 14 was, but whatever. Monsters, tres. Quatorze! Yeah, I think it's Quatorze. Whatever.
Your favorite character is Elsa. Well, ours is Elsa, Olaf, and Kristoff, and everybody. Okay, Kristoff and Olaf and Sam. Olaf and Sam is only. Yeah, they're Reindeer and the Snowman. Yeah, they're awesome.
So he's talking about like his favourite snowman characters. My Frozen characters, telling me not snowman characters. Yes, I do like a lot of the characters in Frozen. Especially Elsa, because she's beautiful. If I could marry her, I would. And if I couldn't, I'd go with Rosalina. And if I can go with her, then I'd be stuck. The end.
Oh, here we go. Hello.
Okay, it took him 2 minutes and 23 seconds to start watching the video. Okay.
This is Big Bramble. Now, since Super Smash Bros. 4 will be coming out for the Wii U and 3DS next year.
I made it in 2013, so I said next year, so shut up.
Which I'm really excited for.
And I'm still really excited for. I'm gonna buy the Wii U and 3DS version as soon as possible.
I decided to review Super Smash Bros. Melee on the Nintendo GameCube. Now, this game was really...
Well, this game is actually first in development in possibly like 1999 or...
I've heard, according to Digital Gaming, I think it had like a 13-month development. I think. Or was it 18? Oh, I don't remember the exact amount of time, but I know it was over a year. So I think it started development in 2000. They used the remaining money they had from Super Smash Bros., which had a limited budget, and then they used it for Melee and made what we know today as one of the most popular fighting games ever. And one of the most loved ones as well.
2000, probably right after the GameCube's launch, maybe like, I played 15 or 8.
If it started development after the GameCube's launch, then it probably wouldn't have come out till 2002 or 3.
2 months. Well, I don't know. Maybe I need if you want to see this, did you know gaming, if this game's at development for 13 or 18 months.
Yeah, it was like 13 or 18, I think.
Well, 13 months. I don't know. Because one of the creators, said he has no holidays for the holiday vacation or something. Oh.
That's right, Masahiro Sakurai had no holidays while making Super Smash Bros. Melee. Nope. Although he did have one while making the new one. I mean, like, between, like, December 27th, I think, and January 6th. I probably got those dates wrong, but whatever, he just had a break from making He just had a break from making the game and putting up pics of the day. for the new one.
Yeah, holiday vacations, Scrat. I don't know how. Gosh. Yeah.
Probably because he's one of the best gaming creators ever, right behind Shigeru Miyamoto. Yeah, I said that!
Not originally, some characters from the, possibly like, all returned from the first game, then, well, originally, possibly, like, new characters meant to be appearing in the game, like King DDD and Excitebike Racer, Boom Fighter, and Urban Champion, or Ernie.
I think he's talking about the intended NES characters for Super Smash Bros. Melee. I think. And in the end, they chose Ice Climbers.
And finally, Bubbles. Yeah, not confuse Bubbles to Orangebeard from the Angry Birds franchise. Yeah. But they actually stick with Ice Climbers to possibly new characters. Well, not so...
It's in 2001 in Japan and America and 2002 in Europe.
Yeah, but literally this game on the US literally meant to be released on November, but pushed back until at least early December because of the GameCube launch title like Star Wars Rogue Leader and Luigi's Mansion for the GameCube, until Luigi's Mansion 2 or Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon in the US on 3DS. It's released like after the events of let's see.
Okay, you could stop talking about your random things. So the American version was meant to come out in November, according to him, but it didn't. Japanese version came out November 21st, 2001, which I think that was like, yeah, that was 3 days after the GameCube's US launch. So, yeah, but it moved to like December the 4th, I think. I'm just gonna double check that again. No, December the 3rd, 2001. And 2 years later, they would release the Japanese version of Wrath of Cortex on the GameCube. Exactly 2 years later. Oh, I hate it when this sometimes happens.
10 or 11 years later. Yeah. Yeah.
Australia. And this game has received many positive reviews.
Well,
to the point that they like it more than Super Smash Bros. Brawl just because of one little playstyle that they like more in Melee than in Brawl. Yeah. I mean, the love of Melee over Brawl is just weird.
It's pretty positive. Maybe some people at IGN actually said this is one of the best Smash Bros. Games of all time until Brawl.
There are only 3 Smash Bros. Games, so of course it's going to be one of the best out of 3.
Until 4th one yet to release sometime at least in the spring or on the fall.
Some even say it's the best in the Super Smash Bros. Series.
And also
I
it's
think
the best-selling
better. This is still a great
over
game.
7 million copies.
Yeah, I know. Over 7 million copies sold of this game. But Brawl sold something like over 11 million, over 12 million, or over 10 million, I don't know. Somewhere around there.
It's great. Well, we'll just have to find out, won't we?
Yeah. I love the intro because they actually use that like every game review, we're always like trying to put the game on the console after open the packaging. Actually, open the packaging and then put the game on the game console and then power on and then the magic moment. Oh yeah, are you kidding me? Blackout. Oh, cool. I'm sorry.
The story of Super Smash Bros.
Shush, Kenny. In fact, I want you dead because I can't even understand what you're saying, so you're going to be useless.
Well, that is my story. It's just Nintendo characters fighting each other so they can fight Master Hand. But if I had to make
She
a
said that
story, here's a story.
and Mewtwo
Master Hand
and
is holding
someone and everybody,
Smash Bros. Tournament,
thanks
and
to
he is
Julie,
invited
J-Bon,
25
and Toad, Peach,
Nintendo
Wario,
stars
yet to appear in the first
and
one,
the
but
winner
they
of
had
the
to scrap.
tournament will get
Well,
to
Wario
fight
was
Master
legend meant to
Hand.
appear in Melee, but they scrapped it because then he's actually
The winner
only come in
of the
the
Open Championship
Smash
beats
Brothers
Master Hand
World or Smash Brothers
becomes a
3 or
trophy.
Great Smash Brothers
In the official Nintendo
X
Museum.
in Japan or Super Smash Bros.
Guys,
X
that's the
in
best story I've ever come
elsewhere.
up with.
You mean Super Smash Bros. Brawl elsewhere?
Smash Bros. Brawl in
Now just
UK.
stick with this.
It's okay. The Japanese version of Brawl. I'm just gonna check. Okay, now Okay. So in Japan, it was called Great Melee Smash Bros. X, not to be confused with the Roman numeral of 10. And everywhere else it was called Super Smash Bros. Brawl. There was no place in the world where it was called Super Smash Bros. X, so shush. Silly boy.
Okay, good. Now we can get onto the gameplay.
Okay, here you go.
Now, in case you never played a Super Smash Bros. Game, this is how it works. You basically beat up Nintendo characters, and you've got to knock them off the screen to kill them.
Yeah, we do know. Oh.
Now, since I'm too lazy to explain the controls, I'll just show.
I know that you know, but just in case there was some idiot who had no idea what Super Smash Bros. Was, I was explaining it. Because, trust me, there can be some people who don't know what Super Smash Bros. Are. And those are people who live in places where video games aren't really that popular. Or that they're too poor to play video games. Or where video games are banned. Sort of, I guess.
Well, this person can extend your attack. Okay.
Oh, I'm bored, I'm gonna skip this.
So many characters, well, Roy is not here. Well, originally Dixie Kong, Team Zelda, Team Sheik, and Roy, Legend, and Mewtwo, Legend meant to come back and come get their appearance in Brawl, but they actually scrapped because
Maybe it's because they were just clones of others and they didn't want to use them. Maybe Mewtwo was removed just because they wanted to make way for a new Pokemon from the new generation. They just decided to throw Mewtwo out. And they replaced him with Lucario, who in my opinion sucks. Pause the video if you want to talk about very important information and trivia. Because we do not want to hear my voice. He's overshadowing your voice, which is kind of overshadowing my voice. Please, if you want to talk about something very long, just pause the video, unless it's something that will fit in with what's going on in the video. Let's carry on.
And also Dr. Mario, which meant to be as well while removed because there's coming so many characters. What the B, Nintendo? Silent easy.
Characters.
What the B, Nintendo? Yay! What the B? Yay! What the B sounds really cool. And I wonder when you're going to make another reaction video. The end.
And guess what, guys? There are a whole bunch of stages to play.
Okay,
I have
why are we gonna fight Yoshi?
Some at least.
Oh wait.
Yes, that actually is Yoshi, and you were complaining when I was calling this little dinosaur Yoshi, and I know he's not Yoshi, but everyone calls him Yoshi, and I want to call him Yoshi, so shut up. Okay? Live with it. Okay? Let's just carry on.
Yeah,
Oh no. Yoshi, please, Yoshi, don't kill.
So,
Please, Yoshi, be my friend, be my friend, be my friend!
Green dinosaur.
the characters
Oh. Bam. Why is his voice
like
change?
this.
Oh, puberty? Yeah. Bam.
You better die, Yoshi.
Bam!
You're the worst creation ever.
Gosh, no.
Don't abuse Yoshi! Yoshi does not deserve to be abused! Says Yoshi!
On UK and US on March 14th from last week. So now, it was disappointed because of the...
Okay, I want to listen to what he's saying.
Also, Yoshi's New Island has released on UK and US on March 14th from last week.
Why are you just saying US and UK? You could just say Europe, because when it comes to games, games practically come out everywhere in Europe most of the time on the exact same day. Some games only come out in certain parts of Europe, and others come out everywhere in Europe. But no matter what place in Europe is released, it's released on the same day everywhere in Europe that it gets released.
So now, it was disappointed because the darn final boss is such a disappointed, while Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze always didn't have disappointment until the
Thank you for spoiling some of these games by telling us that the final boss sucked. At the very least, he's not telling us why the final boss sucked, and if he did, that would be spoilers without warning us.
final boss, War Tragic, or whatever it is, War Tragic in Japan, looks like King rules of Unknown Brother with us. Oh man, rules it! Seriously, Nintendo.
Well, at the very least, it's not a tiki mask. Plus, Retro Studios made the game, so shush.
Why are you ruining all great final bosses until you disappointed ones?
Because you go through a bunch of stages from a bunch of Nintendo franchises, and you beat up some characters along the way, and yeah. Also, basically what you do is you fight everyone in the game.
Yeah, you don't know.
In an event match, you basically have 51 events.
So many 51 events in for you to get.
So many 51 events. I don't even know if that's real English. Is English even your native language? Well, I'm guessing it is because your parents like to speak English, but I have the feeling that you don't exactly come from an English part of the world. I just feel like that your English isn't your main language. I just feel like that because your English is so bad. Especially for like a 13-year-old. I'm sorry if I'm saying this, but still. I'm guessing that English is your main language, but it just doesn't seem like it. I'm sorry.
Right? Final destination match? Okay. Alright, training mode. Minigames? Oh wait, actually, sorry, it's minigames. Party test, home run, contest, how about one guy who wants it? Alright, multi-man melee, or multi-man
Shut up!
brawl in Super Smash Bros. Brawl. Cruel mode, endless mode.
Blah 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 blah.
Okay, I thought you guys would beat up for Kirby, but no, because Kirby always be it didn't have, you have to reload Kirby to make melee.
Special melee where you can choose a whole bunch of melees.
Ugh, I'm skipping this.
Gallery, just took a bunch of trophies.
Super Spook.
Planes.
Super spook.
In this room, there are Smash
That sounded very weird when you said super spook. That was odd.
Brothers. There's a Smash Ball poster. Advance and an N64.
Rules! It's just kidding. Oh wait a minute. Graphics.
There we go.
Are awesome because the graphics are awesome in this game. So because of a lot of the characters are pretty good, because they have a little bit darker color, well, background looks pretty light-hearted kind of thing.
Please shut up. I know you want to talk about things, but please don't do it over my voice. I just hate it. You just talk about random stuff, which is sometimes kind of irrelevant, over my voice. That just annoys me so much. If you want to talk about these irrelevant things, either do it in another video or keep quiet or pause the video and talk about them. It just annoys me.
Well, the cell stage is pretty
Oh, I
lighthearted
wish
to me.
that.
Yeah, like, something else. Like, every game is always lighthearted. Some are darker, some are creepy, some are brilliant, like...
Please get back into context.
And also, thought you guys got to checkable free stage for this on the 4th game, right?
Hello, Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze, and you've left already. Goodbye.
So, yeah, the game was nice graphics.
And how about,
Decent background.
3D World and
And the game's quite fun.
Yeah.
Hello, Super Mario 3D World, and goodbye.
So, let's talk about something quite...
Well, we'll be finished sometime at least in May, I guess, and then release it on September or December.
quite awesome.
Yeah, because December will be like a long and waited release date. Yeah, we don't know. Hey, how about like Donkey Kong that?
I've never felt so bored while watching one of your reaction videos. I'm being honest.
Because they actually censor hell word, the H word. Yeah, but they changed it to heck rather than H
My
word.
favorite is probably...
It's great because we'll possibly try to Crash Bandicoot Rapid Cortex will be the next one on sometime at least next
I
week.
also like the theme when you fight
Rabbit. Oh wait.
Rabbit? That's weird.
Bowser.
Oh, you meant Bowser. Never mind.
Giga Bowser. The most awesome song ever. Just listen to it.
Guys, I was too lazy to show you the actual battle. But this music is awesome still.
I don't want to see you dance, sorry.
Not that many bad things about this game. One bad thing is that Peach, you suck.
Thank you for clicking. Or making that sound which sounds like a donkey is walking.
Do you want to know why? I'll tell you why.
She will not come back in the 4th game. Thank God. Thank you, Nintendo. Please remove her.
And whenever he
Remove
uses an
that
electric
character.
attack, it hurts him.
Oh wait. Is it live damage? Is it graphical damage? Wait, graphical damage. I'm not confused with Vermin.
Damage he
The
takes when
original
using
one, the
electric
first one on the
attacks
Jaguar,
is
PlayStation,
really stupid.
Game Boy Advance, because of graphical problems with the hand, with the arms and legs for Rayman, original design, then remove it. Thank you, Ubisoft. Make it into the greatest mascot, man.
Why can they
Shush.
call a Pokemon to play as? Like,
This was like the wrong video to make a reaction video on, or reaction. Why? Because the original video just sucked. I know the Crash Bandicoot one sucked, but those you could easily commentate over and get out the bad things. This, however, is just so mediocre and meh that you can't really talk over it and make entertainment. He's trying to make it entertaining, but I actually want him to shut up because the video is just so boring, as in my original video, and his commentary, he just won't shut up when I want him to. I'm sorry, but this is just annoying me.
Charizard? Venusaur?
Charizard. I know Charizard isn't that cool, but Charizard was awesome.
He's a Terminator. He's a
He
Terminator.
was playing with this, yeah.
Terminator?
But no,
Like, the movie Terminator? How about you? Do you play outside with the Secret Truth for the PS3
That's
or...
how much.
Oh wait, you have a PS3. You really should play as a RPG or a Cyber
And make sure
the
you
final
don't
title.
come out.
Please.
I don't play RPGs that much. I don't play them. Sorry.
Play. Do you have played the game? No problem. It's rated M for mature. Please.
I don't know what game he's talking about just because the video is just blocking what he's saying. He isn't very clear when he's talking. And that's what he's saying. And it's rated M for mature in America. I do not play games that are too old for me. Ever. I'm sorry. I stick to my age and stick to what's fun. Maybe he's talking about South Park, the stick of truth. I nearly said sick of truth. And that's weird.
Terminator? No. Like,
He's talking about the Terminator now.
Terminator?
I knew it was talking about the Terminator.
How about you? Do you play outside with the Stick of Truth for the PS3 or?
Out of Summer Stick of Truth. Or Out of Summer Stick of Truth. Or South Park Stick of Truth. I think he is talking about South Park Stick of Truth, but he's not clear enough. And that game in South Park Stick of Truth is rated 18 in Europe. Even though they actually censored some parts of the game in Europe, except on the PC version, which I don't get for an 18 rated game. And I'm not going to play South Park The Stick of Truth, because 1, I do not care about South Park, and 2, I do not watch things that are too inappropriate for me, and 3, I do not play violent video games, and yeah, I'm not going to play South Park Stick of Truth, if that's what you want me, if that's what you're talking about.
Maybe you're going to play with your dad.
We only get a limited amount of continues. You see those coins? Yeah. Whenever you use a continue, you lose them. If you don't have enough to continue, it's game over, which really sucks.
Revive.
I'm not gonna rewind because the original video is just so boring.
The game uses 11 blocks on your memory card.
Okay, I was actually complaining about that because 11 is. Whoops. That wasn't meant to happen. That was a complete accident. Ugh. Let's hope that does not happen again. Anyway, I know, okay. Now, it's not really worth me to complain about it because I've got a memory card with a lot of memory on it, so I don't really have to worry. But I was mainly complaining for the people who had, like, memory cards from launch which didn't have too much data. Well, at least I don't think they did. And 11 blocks seems like a lot. Now, it's not as much as some games such as The Sims 2, which uses somewhere over 100. I think it's like 147, I don't know. But still, that is a lot. That is way more blocks. I was a bit harsh on 11, saying that it was too much. But to be honest, 11 blocks is not a little amount either. It is a kind of high, but not way too high amount, such as Sims 2.
Same as Mario Golf Toadstool Store.
Actually, Mario Golf Toadstool toy user like 13. In fact, I'm even going to prove it to you. Super Smash Bros. Melee. Right here. Still have it. 11 blocks. Right here. 11 blocks. Mario Golf Toadstool Tour. 13. And just to let you know, I have re-ownership to Mario Kart Double Dash. Yeah, I got it for £15 in a random shop. And in that same shop, I bought SpongeBob SquarePants the movie, the game on PS2 for £4. Okay, so I'll just keep them here, just like my Japanese PS1 games. That's right. All 3 of them. All 3. All 3 of these. And yeah. Whatever.
Toadstool Store for the GameCube because that's 13 blocks on your memory card. And now
it's memory, not memory.
Mario Golf World Tour for the 3DS yet to release in sometime, at least in the summer. Now, first we have Summer Nintendo on from June through July, and now it's Summer of Nintendo second annual Sec 2 from May through August. What happened to you, Nintendo? Are you blind? It is not cool. Oh my god, Giant Angry Bird face! Giant Angry Bird speaker!
Giant Angry Bird speaker! Ah! Now I'm actually going to find the bit where he was like going on about that. Because I gotta do that. That's gonna be interesting. He was just yelling about the Angry Bird speaker, so I just gotta see it. Oh, yeah, the review's still on there. Now the new history system on YouTube, it's glitchy.
Hello?
The videos don't always appear, but I'm getting kind of out of context. Now, just skipping to the part, like, here.
Card.
Oh yeah, the Angry Bird speaker is all the way, like, on the very far right of the screen. I don't know if you can see it on here, but it's right over there. Yeah, it's right over there. I don't think you can see it, but it's right at the very edge of the screen, which is probably why I was yelling Angry Bird speaker. Okay?
Was it all used on the fancy, beautiful looking intro?
Actually, I think it was used on practically all of this game's content. Yeah, this game does have quite a bit of content after all, so yeah.
Or was it used on all the stuff that was in the game? I think that most of it went to the intro. If the intro wasn't there, I think the game would have held like 6 blocks.
Okay, I will admit, if there was no intro, I do think that it would have decreased at the very least 1 block of the intro. But trust me, that intro looked amazing for 2001, and it has aged very well today. Although I'm not gonna say it's like as good as Frozen, like it's nearly as good as Frozen, but it's still amazing.
Stupid face. You're so cool face. Maybe if you're grown up.
My cool face. You seriously like the look of my face? Beep you. Actually, you're awesome. You've been watching my videos for a long time and you've subscribed. That's awesome, but still, my face sucks. Deal with it. Seriously, who the beep would like my face?
On your memory card. In fact, on the bottom it says uses 11 blocks without snapshots.
I'm gonna give you solid proof, and even if you can't see it, right here it says 11 blocks, and in that teeny tiny writing, which you can't see because it's too blurry, it says it's without snapshots. That's what it says on the back.
That micromanager is too similar to the bullshit and Daleks from Star Trek and Doctor Who combined. Thank God.
Especially more than the first game.
Camera tilted.
And where the game really shines is the multiplayer. If you got
the camera is tilted. Yes, it is tilted. I can't always get the exact same angle every time I film the TV, especially when I did not have the common sense to move the TV or tilt the TV. Right? Well, I don't remember if I did, but I did not get the same angle. I won't always get the same angle if I'm re-filming things. Let's just say that.
Expect you guys to have a blast playing this. I mean a blast.
5 stocks? Item switch?
You guys have so much fun.
Blah, 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 food. Okay.
If you have your friends, and while I don't have any friends to play with.
Oh. Over 9,000? Over 9?
Just having random battles.
Samus.
Me against 3 random opponents.
Link. Bowser! Oh wait,
like I said before, the game has great graphics.
Bowser is like a Bowser. I haven't seen that video in ages, but I remember loving it.
Also,
now on to the fight.
To those are also 2 positives. The controls are great and work fine.
Okay. Alright, here's the fight.
And the AI feels right.
The fight is incredibly boring, so I'm skipping it.
It's a very good game that I recommend.
Thank you for showing your random Wii U games.
Don't forget Donkey Kong Country Triple Freeze for that. Next to...
One example
but our decent game is... Yeah. But our decent game is actually,
let's just
in the 12 range.
move along here. Let's just take a look at his entire rating system.
20 out of 10. Now, MikeyAngryBird's speaker again. Why are you angry, fan? Because Joel has become a mediocre. Style will be
And he likes to yell over what I'm saying.
mediocre too. Epic will be better than the other two. Well, that was good. Maybe Epic is good. It's actually finally released on New Zealand and Australia and Canada.
Any star rating means that it's fantastic.
Okay, shut up. Just listen to this bit.
It's one of the best games ever. I'd give an A star to games like
I've changed it to an A+ now.
Super Smash Bros. Brawl and Super Mario Bros. 2.
Another example would be like Crash Bandicoot 3, Spyro 2, Crash Team Racing. Crash Bandicoot 3 is right here. Okay, it's not Crash Bandicoot 3, it's Crash Bandicoot 3, but it's still Crash Bandicoot 3, even if it's the Japanese version, which I call Crash Bandicoot 3 because that's what they call Crash in Japan. Still means Crash Bandicoot.
An A means that it's an amazing game that you should definitely play. Someone like Monkey Ball 1.
Oh.
And I did have trouble picking what CTR should get, but I guess an A star. As for an A, as in an A on its own, Super Monkey Ball 1, yes, that is a very good candidate. I don't know what else to give an A. The end. I don't have any examples in my head. I don't know what to say about 100 101. I did enjoy that, but I never play that, so I might sell that. I might not play it anymore.
B plus means that
B+ is this game.
it's a great game that you should play, just let me know. B means it's a very good game that I recommend.
Oh, don't forget Donkey Kong Country Triple Freeze for that. Oh, next to
And I don't know which game to say that for, but I might say it for...
I think I'm trying to decide what to give a C, but he's talking so loudly that I can't fully tell. Okay, this is how my rating system goes. A+, 10 out of 10, A, 9 out of 10, B+, 8 out of 10, B, 7 out of 10, C, 6 out of 10, D, 5 out of 10, D-, 4 out of 10, E, 3 out of 10, E-, 2 out of 10, F, 1 out of 10, F-, 0 out of 10, S, 11 out of 10, as in heavenly, godly, and Z, -1 out of 10, comes from Satan, terrible, do not play it. But the S only goes for my favourite game of all time, which I don't fully know, and the Z only goes for the worst game I ever played, which I don't know what that is either.
He said this fourth gem is Donkey Kong Country Truckle Freeze. Not play it because we give us a 10, a 9, a 20, a 11, and a 12 rating.
C, which means it's an above average game, which is
Average, yeah.
you could play if you want to. D is a decent game, which
Decent.
I recommend.
My jokes are awful.
Check it out if you want to.
Yeah, they are awful.
One example
But our
is
decent game is...
to.
Yeah. But our decent game is...
Wait, what was my game? I did not hear because he was talking over. I'm gonna check what that game was. I'm just gonna check what it was. Above average game, which I'd say check it out if you want to. One example is Madagascar for the PS2. Which I'm selling, so go buy it before it ends tomorrow. Or on Saturday, 22nd, 2014, on March. Although this probably would have been uploaded too late for me to warn you to buy it on eBay. D- means that it's a mediocre game that you shouldn't play. E means that... So I was talking about D, and the D game was Madagascar. I could not hear because he was talking over me.
Actually, Wii Party and...
D- means that it's a mediocre game that you shouldn't play.
D- is actually mediocre.
That you shouldn't really play. You can if you want.
Dr. Jack E.T. for the Atari 2600.
Have you ever played that game?
And F- is actually Rayman, what? Rayman?
You're gonna give an F- to a Rayman game? That's gonna be interesting. Which Rayman game is gonna be Rayman Rush for the PS1, which I've never played, but I've heard it's a terrible port of Rayman M? Is it gonna be like a mobile Rayman game? What Rayman game is it gonna be?
On Atari Jaguar, yeah.
Have you ever played the Atari Jaguar version of Rayman? Because I've heard it's actually not that bad. I've heard that if you're going to play an Atari Jaguar, Rayman is one of the games you should play on it. Yeah, you're giving it an F- just because it's worse than the other ports, and I doubt that you've even played it. In fact, if you have played it, make a video on you playing it. Same with E.T.
E- means that it's a very bad game.
Fault is always below
F
some
means it's
awfulest.
really, really bad. And F-, which is my worst rating, is the worst. It means the game is horrible. It means that the game should not be played by anyone. It should not be touched. And a good example of that is Spyro the Eternal Night for the Nintendo DS.
I've replayed it, and it was just awful. It was just as bad as I remember it. It was boring, it was slow, it was not fun, the combat was tedious and repetitive, it was not fun, it sucked, I still give it an F-. It was so boring, so generic, so dull, so tedious. It still gets an F-. It sucked. I just told you I've replayed it, and I'm not changing my opinion. It still sucks. Dragon Balls. And if you want to kill me for saying that, go collect all 7 Dragon Balls right now, and then wish that I never existed, because that'll help. If you don't want me to say that.
I thought the worst game is have to be Spyro Enter the Dragonfly, because it's a...
Okay, Spyro Enter the Dragonfly does suck. I'm selling it. I probably give that an awful rating as well. Maybe F-, maybe F. I don't know. But Spyro Enter the Dragonfly was also awful. But I'm not changing what I said about Legend of Spyro the Eternal Night on the Nintendo DS. That is still an F-. And Spyro Enter the Dragonfly is like F/F-. I don't know which one to choose.
Let's see game on the PlayStation 2. Well, GameCube is good. GameCube port is good. We give us a 9. Well, PS2 port is actually just F-. Yeah, F.
So you're saying that all of the other ports of Spyro Into the Dragonfly was good, but the original PS2 version was dreadful. Actually, I've heard that all versions suck. It's just that there was only the PS2 and GameCube version. I've heard that the only difference with the GameCube version is that it has faster load times. That's it. The PS2 version has awful load times, just like the PS3 version of the Lego Movie game, now the shortest load times I've noticed from the Lego Movie game on PS3, or at least when it's loading levels, is 40 seconds, just like the original Black Label PS2 version of Wrath Cortex. That is awful.
F-.
I will get around to reviewing that when I can. So, that's the review. I hope you enjoyed it. Please comment, rate, subscribe, and tell me what about it.
Yeah,
this is Big
that's horrible. Who wants to play a really mediocre game of all time? Cloudy and Chance Meatballs 2. First one's good, but the second one I didn't play.
So basically you're calling the Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs 2 video game terrible even though you've never played it. You can't call a game bad when you haven't played it. Just because you've heard bad things about it doesn't mean you can call it a bad game. You can't call something bad unless you've actually experienced it. Okay, imagine that the new Super Smash Bros. Came out and everyone's like, it's awful, don't buy it. But you played it and you thought, this is amazing! Yeah, it's like that if that happened. You can't judge a game depending on what others say or what you think of what you see of it. No, you've got to play it and experience it and then give it your opinions. And if it's a movie, it's watching it.
It wasn't a little bit okay. We give it a E-rated, D+. It's decent. Possibly if you hate the Rabbit series. But wait until Rayman Universe for the PS4, Xbox One, and Wii U. Okay, that's the end of the video because we skipped the stock up to the death. So, guys, thank you very much for that, guys.
I don't remember.
Yeah,
wait, the stock up to the death? I don't remember doing that.
Yeah, bro. Just make a good work. Please give us a review of some possibly like a rant about if you want to review the Mr. Peabody Sherman on the iOS or...
I do not really play iOS games. In fact, I'm going to give you a hint on what my next review is going to be. I hope you can read kanji, and if you can, you know, recognize that word, because if you can't, then you're not going to know what my next review is going to be until it actually comes out. Plus, I'm going to review the English version, just mention the Japanese version, so yeah.
Or Despicable Me, the game on the Wii, if you get the game on eBay, or get the PS...
Nah, I'm not going to get Despicable Me on the Wii.
Get PlayStation 2 port, or Wii port. Well, Wii port is good, PS2 is good, PSP is great, DS port is pretty decent. Yeah, just play it right now. So, guys, thank you very much for that, guys. Bye. Yeah, so
it's practically ended, and it was just kind of painful to watch at moments. He was talking over what I was saying. He was saying boring things, which I did not enjoy. He was just getting out of context. My boring review was getting in the way. He wasn't pausing when I wanted him to. He wouldn't shush when I wanted him to. That was just so annoying. I did not like that, I'm sorry. I just hope that you do a better job for your next reaction video. Anyway, thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed this video. Please comment, rate, subscribe. This is Big Bang Bot signing out. Oh, and please make a better reaction video next time, because that was just painful at times. Anyway, goodbye.